Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Melanin Madam. Tonight, our topic is going to be our final topic for this segment with R. Kelly. And we are going to be talking about Ashanti McGee, and that is the second 30-year-old. That's my order. I don't know which one is first and which one is second. I actually didn't pick that up because I didn't care because they both have a problem. But that's who we're talking about tonight. And tonight we also have the famous homie with us, and he'll introduce himself as co-host for all Turn Up Thursdays. Ron?
Hello, what's good, y'all? This is the famous homie. My mic was off. Sorry about that, y'all. Y'all know what it is. We back again to finish up Mr. R. Kelly. What's good, y'all? Subscribe, like, all that shit.
Oh my God. Okay. So today we're going out the carpet to Mr. I Ain't Got No Sense, as usual. And as usual, I'm just waking up. I can't make this up. I think it's the weather, y'all. Is it raining where y'all are? The rain,
Yes.
it will knock me down. And then I woke up like looking around like, what day is it? And then I was like, what did I do today? All of this literally, you know how you wake up like that. All of this literally like in the last 5 minutes. I woke up and looked at the clock and it was like 8:45. And I was like, dog, you just gonna sleep through your show? Like that's how you feel about yourself? And then I was like, oh, it said 9. Look at God. Then I said, Jesus, where's my chapstick? That's all I could do for tonight. I am tired. Hey, Hilda. First, I would just like to toast to my surgeon is not right here because I ran out. I would like to we could toast to gummy bears. I'm telling you, gummy bears and chucks. Watch this.
Let's toast it up.
I am so regular. I'm trying to tell you, I'm regular as hell. I'm gonna be a millionaire one day because I'm so regular.
Hey,
This is my chuck. This is my gummy bear.
y'all heard
This
that?
one.
Millionaire.
Period. By the end of the year. So,
Here, let's go.
period. So we are going to toast to I should have listened to my mama and not said I can't wait till I get to be a grown up and I could do what I want to do because I
Fuck
got
that.
my brakes done today and then they was like, oh, you need a rotor. And then I was like, so let me tell you what I did. Yes, this is all a part of the toast. It's my show. So I was like, oh, adulting. So you think, I'm finna spend my money on brakes and rotors? I said, bet, no problem. I went ahead and paid for it like the responsible adult I am. Hold on. I already know if I was responsible, I wouldn't need the rotors. Not your business. However, then I was like, okay, bet, no problem. So then I went and bought some elephants from Ross and Didi's because I felt like if I got to spend money on my car, I should spend money on myself. So toast.
What the hell? You sound like Suge Knight back in the Death Row days.
Oh, see, that's how you know for sure. Period, Hilda. Cheers. She understand. That's real. Boop. I ain't wrong. Cheers. Okay. I'm just, oh my gosh. I feel like I've been adulting for like
Ever.
Yeah, like
You came out
I'm
adulting.
tired.
You came out adulting.
Period. That wore me out. So, brother, I for sure can't understand why old girl, Miss Ashanti McGee, ended up with R. Kelly at 35.
Think she beat the age by about 20 years. She was about 20 years too old.
Baby, listen, I'm finna tell you. So, tonight we ain't rolling out no red carpet for our guests. We got gummy bears, chucks, and bottled water. That's what we got for y'all. Okay. That's it. If you see the post on my IG, we did post her picture on IG, and then of course it's on the thumbnail for the show. She was first. I'm gonna ask you your opinion, Ron, and the guests. You guys can chime in. You know it's interactive, and let me know at 35, like what type of situation would warrant or be like, oh, I could see why you know, entertained him. I could see why. It's a good idea. So what would be a good idea? What would be a good reason?
A good reason for entertainment?
No, to entertain being trying to be with R. Kelly at 35. Like, how did you get swooped in at 35?
Well, the only way is she wanted somebody. She wanted a savior. You know what I'm saying? She wanted to get some money so it could save her. Like at 35, you already know he like 15-year-olds. So why would you think that you would be qualified? This man don't like grown women. Clearly, I mean, you see that interview with Gayle King or that dude, and he said, "Do you like teenage girls?" And R. Kelly was like, "Can you define teenage girls? Like, what do you mean by teenage?" Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he don't like you. You're too old. You're a senior citizen at 35 to R. Kelly. Come on.
Period. I don't get it.
R. Kelly
I don't get it. I
so
don't get it. So let me tell you what she said, and this is from People as well, the People article as well. She said, she met him in 2013 at age 35 in Atlanta. And she says she met him with a few of his entourage and they invited me to hang out.
I don't know if I believe that one.
Then he invited me to his show in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. After the concert, he texted me to come to his room. I'll pause right there.
Come to his room, huh? That's what she said.
Mm-hmm. So at 35, you leave from Atlanta where you live, and either you live there, and you leave and go to a concert in Louisiana, and then he texts you after the concert and tells you to come to his room. So now my question is, what do you think is going to happen when you get to this room?
If you're a grown woman and you go to a grown man's hotel room in the middle of the night, you ain't going there to talk about Sports Center, okay? You're not going there to talk about your day, right? You got to know that as a grown person, you go to another grown person's room at midnight, you going to go fuck. Like, what else is supposed to happen? Like, come on. Let's just be adults about this.
Ran. No, they're going to talk about, you know, some of the repenting that he probably needs to do after this very, very explicit show. It's not a concert. He is an entertainer. That man's brain, if he's the one behind all of the ideas and stuff, and they usually are, it's like a full movie. You know what it reminds me of when you go to his concert? Like if you were to see a play, like if you were to see Romeo and Juliet or something, like they pulled the first thought that comes to mind is when Martin put on that play on the Martin show, and it had literally the castle and it's like a production. It's not just the dancers or an outfit. It's like the whole scenery and everything. So anyway, so she went up there, and Hilda, you too old for this if you're going to use these words. So there's a particular situation that I'm aware of that is, you know, yeah.
She should have known her draws was dropping out the door. Oh, Jesus.
I think Panty Dropper was out at that time too. So, like, it's not like she didn't know. Well, I'm sorry. So this will happen. Oh, I was talking. So there's a particular situation, right? And I think I've shared before that I dated older men in high school. That older man knocked on my mama's door, and he was 4 years older than me. Okay? Somebody I also grew up with and stuff like that. When we broke up, I didn't turn around and start claiming that Damon made me do this and Damon made me do that. And now he's this horrible person because, oh my God, you were so much older. Oh my God, if I really could have dated older, I would have in real life, because sometimes girls mature faster to me.
all the
That's
time.
why if they knock on your door, like it's different. Like people trying to compare Elvis and things like that. Elvis was married to that woman. Elvis loved that woman. Elvis had permission. So, okay. So he invited her up to the room. Of course, she responded. He got me out here, and then he texted me and was like, come to his room. And I was like, oh, I can't believe you text me. So this is what happened next. So um, he asked me for a massage.
Massage. Physical contact.
His
Very
tallywhacker with your mouth, I'm pretty sure.
intimate physical contact. I'm sure without a shirt. You can't massage a man with a shirt on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh my God. It's the next line for me. And then one thing led to the next. I was definitely attracted to him. I was a huge fan, and it was like a dream come true.
oh God, no. No way. She did not say that. One thing led to another. You are a
One thing
grown
led
ass
to
woman. Okay? You went
just
there.
say what you went up there for.
Come on. Stop
Like,
playing.
girl, stop playing. You know, you stop by the bathroom on the way. Hopefully. Um, Girl, listen, your real panties was in your purse. You switched and
Come
put
on.
them on. What you got?
Come on.
Come on, you stop playing. You went to a whole nother state.
Come on. I've
Girl.
heard this. Now I can't confirm this, but you can. You're a woman. You know what I mean? You can't say all, but general, most women know when they're gonna fuck a man. Right?
Absolutely.
You guys just don't. I know it happens once in a while where maybe some shit, especially in your younger days, to where you end up doing some shit you weren't planning on doing. But
Right.
as a grown ass woman, you know when you're gonna fuck a nigga. Am I correct?
You thinking about how many backflips you gonna do, which because at that point,
Ain't no one thing led to another. You lying ass. You know what I'm
it's
saying? I'm gonna call her out her
not.
name. She lying like a
Mm-mm.
motherfucker. One thing
At
did
that
not
age,
lead to
you
another.
literally are thinking about yourself. You're not thinking about the other person because that's when you kind of become at 30. If you haven't already, by then you have for sure, and you have realized, oh, wait, I'm supposed to enjoy sex too. Oh, wait, I want to do this or I want to try that. So
Right.
it's not everybody that I, Asia, have had sex with. I knew I was going to take them down to begin with. They think they
Come
took
on.
me down. Knock yourself out.
Come on. It's
I already knew.
always I already know as a man, we never choose. Y'all choose. You know what I'm saying? Like most men is gonna knock down anything that he could. Women, they choose. You guys selective, and you be like, you know when you gonna fuck a nigga, you just trying to see when. You know what I mean? Like it ain't a matter of if. Like women are more decisive. So she talking about one thing led to another. You a fucking lying motherfucker. You knew you was going out there to get some R. Kelly dick. You know what I'm saying? You knew it. You saw the tape, and you was like, you
Period.
know what? I want some of that. And she went and got it.
And at this point, it was tapes, it was stories, it was all of this stuff.
Come on.
So then she said, um, oh my gosh, she said, I thought it was going to be a one night stand. So you already accepted that you was going to possibly be a throwaway. That's fair. I had no idea what it would become. In the beginning, he did tell me he had other girls. I respected that he was upfront with me.
Okay. Okay. You respected that he was upfront with you.
Yes. At least he told me the truth. I mean, I'm nobody and he's R. Kelly and he told me that he has other girls, but I get to be one of them. At least that nigga told the truth because people don't usually tell the truth. So at least he told the truth.
That's her rationalization. But then she was fine with it right there. But I bet you that tone changed a little while long later.
Because then the tour bus came. And I'm telling you this.
The tour
So
bus.
right away, one time I thought we was alone on his tour bus, and then he made a phone call and a girl came from another part of the bus naked. He starts giving her orders, and at that point I'm really confused and uncomfortable, but I didn't know what I'm supposed to do. Pause right there. This is where I say not for the 35-year-olds, it's not wrapping in my head, but for the younger ones, right? So sex for anybody, any woman or man, if you go in intending to have I'll call it normal sex, even if it's Kama Sutra, all of that. R. Kelly's mind is different. And you going, you know what I'm saying? He do some stuff you like, but his bodyguard right there, he already set it up. Kind of, it's already like, oh, you're going to do this. That can become rape in your, if you feel uncomfortable as a woman or a man in a position like that, and you feel like if you say no, you can't say no type of thing, that's where that fine line gets drawn. If you would have stopped here.
Facts.
If you would have stopped here.
If you would have stopped there. Facts.
Okay. That's where y'all be missing the mark. Okay. When you're trying to come back and tell you, look, it happened to me. And it's a tour bus. So it's other people around, brother. If she wasn't comfortable, wanted to get off, anything like that, you're on a tour bus. You could do that. Want to know what you did next?
Uh-oh.
Then he starts recording us having sex, and I froze.
You froze.
I wouldn't have froze. I would have played dead.
Oh my God.
I would have became an instant epileptic.
Oh, wait. How did he record that? Okay, wait. This must have been recent because I'm thinking back in the day, pre-cell phone day. So, okay, maybe.
No, she met him in 2013.
Well, that has some, you can record on a phone in 2013. I was
absolutely.
2013.
But you got to remember, they probably have camcorders, video equipment, and all that type of stuff.
Set up,
because
right?
they're recording for, like us, having cameras with you all the time and stuff like that.
This is the production, yeah. R. Kelly, he probably got tapes, upon tapes of this shit. Videos.
So he did. He had a trash bag full of tapes. So she says, afterwards, I began telling myself he just wanted to see if I really loved him. I realized now he was putting me through different tests to see what level I would go to.
No way. No fucking way. She did not really say that. That can't be a quote. I don't believe it. That is not a quote.
So 3 years later, by the summer of 2016, he moved me into his Atlanta house where he started controlling what I could eat, when I could eat, bathe, and leave the room. Each time he entered the room, you were to stand and kiss the king. He had this black room where we had to meet up and perform any and every sexual act there is, whether you agreed to it or not. You agreed by being there.
Okay, so my first question is, was she handcuffed to him? Did he have a noose around her neck or some type of electronic device where she would get shocked if she walked out the door? You saying what you had to do. You didn't have to do shit. That was a choice. If you're not telling me that he locked you in that room or handcuffed you to him to where you have to go everywhere he go, if he didn't chain you to the bed every night, you feel me? If none of that occurred, it sounds like you participated in that shit willingly. That's what it sounds like to me.
I started planning my getaway. I had a friend come to the house pretending to be an Uber driver.
What?
So you had your phone the whole time.
Oh my God.
You could leave anytime you want. You didn't have to do nothing. You wanted that lifestyle.
Right. Like
you wanted to say you was with R. Kelly.
Right.
So you paid your price. See, that's why I say things get expensive in the adult world. They get real expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of y'all banks is overdrawn. And they overdrawn because you're trying to do stuff that don't align with your moral compass, either one that was taught to you, feel convicted. You know that it's not right. And you putting yourself out there, trying to get to this thing. What is this thing? You breaking your whole soul down along the way. And then you want to turn around and compare other girls. So she says the Uber driver that came, there was her friend. It really sounds like she could have just walked out the front door with her bag. You're 35. First of all, no, by this time, you're 38, but You're 38 by this time because you
Oh,
met him at 35 in 2013. You moved into the house in 2016. You were at least 38. That's 3 years. You're at least 38 by this time.
right,
So you could have walked out the house at any time. So now that it didn't go as planned, and from the beginning, you knew it wasn't only you. From the beginning, and you still moved in to the house.
right,
Now you want to say things like you planned your escape. What escape?
right. What escape?
Y'all be real interesting with these words, and it's not right because this is somebody's life and somebody's livelihood. And he got
Right,
enough real things that he did do. So attaching yourself just to get a check, that's your karma, and that's what you're gonna have to deal with at the end of the day.
right. Not held hostage at all. That's correct. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can see if she bring up stories of him, you know, intimidating her with physical abuse and locking her up and locking her doors at night and to where she can't leave, taking your cell phone. So you called your friend who played an Uber driver to come get you. So you had contact with people, right? So weren't you able to, you were an able body at 38 years old to walk about that door. If you chose to stay there and participate in R. Kelly's fuck shit, you can't blame that on R. Kelly. That's, you blame it on yourself. You got to hold yourself accountable. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's what we don't do. We don't hold ourselves accountable enough and always want to blame the other person in a lot of
So you can dumb
situations.
it down, you feeling embarrassed. But why are you embarrassed? You make the decision.
Right.
You
You
got what
said,
you wanted for 3 years plus,
right.
whatever that amount of time is. You didn't work. You you lived with what you wanted to live. Because at
Mm-hmm.
any time you could have walked out the door. You lived what you wanted to live because you moved into the home 3 years later, which
Right.
means there was 3 years of dating. And in the first part, he already called a female that was on the tour bus with you guys, and she came out of the back, which means it was probably girls in cupboards, under beds, all kind, whatever he put them for his sexual experience. Because you can't even call that, like, people do the most interesting things. So for somebody that is very adventurous, something like that, like a girl coming out of the closet, he got songs about coming out of the closet. So how do you know that that wasn't set up for that? You know, that's where the outsiders um opinions, vision, even a jury, it can make it hard because
Yeah.
you never said you were hit. Now the younger ones, you know, the little tenderonis that he wanted, those
Right.
ones said that they was held. He took their
Yep.
phones. He
Yep.
would cry if they tried to leave. So we know that he was psychologically breaking them down and things like that. But brother, none of them say nothing like that. They just switch from I did all of these things and they were wild experiences to I escaped.
Exactly. Exactly. Like you
Mm.
said, I could feel where some of the youngers. I don't. Was it two? I watched one of them.
There's
One
a
with
lot of
one.
them, but at this point, it was two girls still in the house, but there was others that had left. It got to be
Yeah,
like seven.
yeah. And I meant the special that was on TV.
Oh,
I watched a special.
yeah, I
Was
think
it
like four.
okay? So I
Mhm.
watched the first season. I don't think I watched the second, third, fourth. But you know, some of those little girls were like saying, yeah, he was physically abusive or manipulative. You know, and mentally. And when you're 14, 15, yeah, you can buy that. You know, he was forceful, you know, took their phones like you said and stuff like that.
Mhm.
You know, okay,
Mhm.
that's legit. So
Right,
now you want to sit up here and claim this at 38,
right,
like you're gonna make you're leaving room for other people to come in and say somebody else is lying too, because that's some ridiculous. You know how people are, the naysayers are like,
right,
she lying, the rest of them girls is lying. You know, the real
right,
fans of his are saying shit like that. Like, how do you know
right,
everybody else ain't lying? She lying. You feel me? So
right,
you're kind of discrediting the real victims, and that's not fair.
right. Mm-mm. And that's what I was thinking because even you notice with the last girl, she was saying, um, like she came forward with her story to strengthen their story type of thing. Like, nah, you actually weaken their story if people don't have sense to separate that no matter how fast a girl is and is sleeping with a younger man or somebody of equal age, those experiences are going to be very different than somebody who has access to everything, is willing to try everything, and does things that most people would not even think of. So you're going in thinking, if I'm with him, I'm going to be making out, probably missionary dogs out, like stuff like that. You're not thinking at 14, 15, it's going to be another girl involved or it's going to be
Right.
drinks involved. But some of them have said that they 18, 21. That's the part where you could say they had a kid mind. They're not thinking, how can I get out of this? They're thinking, dang, I don't want to get in trouble. This is R. Kelly. Nobody's going to believe me. I should do this. I should do that.
Right.
A young mind could think all of those things. But baby girl, at 35,
Come on.
you are not a baby girl. No, no.
Well seasoned. You're well
Mm-mm.
seasoned.
No, you like an old Muffet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You're a veteran.
Everybody
You're
know
not
about
rookie.
you.
You're a
No,
veteran. You're vested. You know
period.
what I'm saying? You're vested in the company. You're vested in the game. You know
I'm
what I
just
mean?
saying,
You got a pension coming up. Come on. Like,
your whole 401k is vested. Yes, exactly.
yes. Yes.
I don't get it. If I would do something like that, because maybe it's. I was waiting for one of the girls to be like, I was inquisitive about being with him because I'm a huge fan, and I too have some of those, desires. Because that would make sense. Somebody his age that had those type of desires. So it's somebody that could, instead of having that shock factor, because it's like he likes that shock factor with the
Right.
girls. Instead of having that, you also, as your time, as you got older, you probably wanted somebody who also got into with you, like, oh, that's cool, like extremely like excited, involved, giving back that same energy is what
Right.
I thought. You know what I'm saying? Some of them would say, and they're not.
Nah. Nope.
So you went in with no control. How?
Right.
How at 35? I don't
35.
understand. You should have had a whole plan. You should have been ready to take him down. Like, I just think it
Come
should have
on.
been different.
Right. Come on. Like at 35, like you thinking of all type of shit to do. Like ain't
I'd
no
have wrote a
way.
book.
Come on.
If
Like,
I'm going in with him, I would have had
right.
a whole. I would have been recording.
Come on. You
I'm
capitalize off
saying
the
like
shit.
a porn star should be with him. Somebody that is trying to be in the industry to that degree.
Right.
That would, that would make sense of you doing it. Like, oh, I had a whole plan.
Right.
I know he'll do this. I know it's going to be recorded. I know it's going to be leaked. It ties into my business.
Right. Right. Or even like you said on a book writing tip, you like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and write a book off this shit. You trying to come out and get some money in a suing way, like you could definitely capitalize. Who the fuck is not gonna want to hear your stories about R. Kelly in a book? Come on. You gonna have
And you can
a
actually
type
tell what was going on in there with other girls.
right. Exactly. You do
So
this
you could
special.
tell the story.
Thank you. I don't know if they get paid for doing these specials on TV or even if they do get paid at all. But somehow I feel it would have been smarter to write a book, like you said, and you get all the profits. Like, not some network. Like, you tell your story of your R. Kelly shit, and you got proof. You got, recordings. You got, stuff that he said written down. You got all type of shit. People gonna want
How
to see
did
that.
they have no voice recordings or nothing?
That's
That's
what
a
I'm
good
saying.
point. You had your phone. Why you didn't turn it? They could have did a whole anonymous blog
Right.
and been writing why they was there. Like, I'm stuck in this house, like,
Right.
or I'm in this house and this is what I'm seeing. Based on they could have did so many things with it. That's
Come
what I
on.
don't understand. People in the media space that want to go viral so bad, but then when they
Right.
go viral, it's no business behind it to catch it or no thing that you do. You're not even your brand. So what did you want to go viral for? People
Right.
want to go viral and be seen because they have a business that when I go viral, now I have the attention of everybody. And this is the thing I do. And this is what I went viral for.
Right. You got to have a follow-up. Like, you really got to have a follow-up. Like, for instance, we could talk about Kim and Ray J when they did the sex
Mm.
tape. What did Ray J do after the sex tape? Ray J dropped an album. Kim Kardashian got a show. Like they kept the momentum with that, with what they got. They went crazy. Once you get that moment, you got to do something with it. Like Kanye West wouldn't have became Kanye West if he would have dropped College Dropout and then stopped after that. He kept dropping heat. Like he caught everybody's attention and he kept it. So, like you said, you gotta have a plan. All these people want to go viral because they want to look cool and they want to their Instagram to grow and they want the fame and the popularity, but no money and no business behind it. Like, what you gonna do after you go viral? How are you gonna keep everybody's attention? You got 1 million people that saw some shit on social media. How are you gonna draw those 1 million people and retain that audience? Even if you get a 1% retention level, 1% of 1 million is what?
100,000, I think.
That's 10,000 fans you didn't have before. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's just at a low scale. What if you retain 20%? Then we talking big numbers. You feel me? So people be doing that shit just to look cool, and they don't be actually thinking like you going here with a money plan to try to sue him or try to bribe him or whatever it is. And that's like a dangerous game because you playing with your life.
You playing with your life. You get a whatever you go viral for, you get a reputation for that thing. Right. So if you can't spin it in a way that makes sense or just own it, think about I don't know if you know right now the Xscape and SWV show is on, and the two girls that was in the Xscape group that are sisters, one of them that's married, Tasha, stole her sister Tamika's money, $30,000, and cashed a check. Her and her husband signed it and cashed a check or whatever. That part.
Damn.
That part. They decide to bring it up on the show. So now the shit has hit the fan. Oh, Tasha's husband already just supposedly, I think this is all for publicity for them. Publicity, supposedly just cheated on her and posted everything on the internet. She had to drop out of the tour in the middle because obviously her heart is broken. She needs to take care of that. But then now you're doing this show not even a whole year later, which means you really was recording it back then, and you ride or die with your husband, and y'all cashed your sister's check. She needed that check, not even if she didn't need it, first of all, but she needed that check at the time. All of them had got their checks for something that Tiny's mom signed them up for where they could get more royalties. So all of them just got a check in the mail and they kind of didn't know. And Tiny's mom is like checking with each of the girls, like, did you get yours? Did you get yours? And Tamika was like, get what? And so she find out her, I think Diane helped her. That's Tiny's mom called and they sent them the copy of the, put her under the jail. Sent her a copy of the check, like it was cashed right away. They had the check sent to Tasha, had the check sent to her. Her and her husband cashed a check. All these years you've been going back and forth. You just got a deal with a gospel album. So now you're not dealing with Xscape no more. You decide to tell them mid tour. You decide to tell them, and you ain't been there for other shows, and that's your sister. Okay. This is what we're talking about. When you get a deal, make sure that what you got behind it makes sense. You doing all of this stuff and let this stuff come out. You got a gospel album deal. Your husband already just did what he did. Now you just did your... Then you go in on your sister so bad. See, everybody that you back in the corner, eventually they're going to come out swinging. And this is what... she didn't do none of that because she didn't fight her. She did nothing. And then the mom going to say, well, maybe she needed it at the time. So tell us all who's your favorite. What?
Maybe she needed that. I'm sure she did, but that don't mean you take it from your goddamn
But
sister.
I thought you didn't do it. So Tamika got mad because eventually a part of this virtual shit too, or going viral, is usually somebody that you're willing to sacrifice so you can go viral. I think that's a part of selling your soul, but that's just me. Well, we talked about people going up and then getting dropped, right? This case, Tasha, you could have been with Xscape and them. doing the tour, making money, because let's keep it 100, Tiny and Candy. Candy could sleep for the rest of her life.
Candy is done. She's papered up forever.
Candy is done in every area. Candy even got Girl Scout cookies at this point. She's
Candy's
good.
a true boss. She a
Man,
boss.
listen. And she matched up with the perfect husband too, because like she's keep trying to tell people who don't think her husband is good enough or whatever, because he don't make what she make. Like she said, I did a lot of things before him. And yes, I did have more money, but he made good money too. And he quit his job because we tried something out together and it hit like show each other like we're meant to be together. And it hit. So they've been together. She needed him. He needed her. It doesn't matter who makes more money. And that's y'all all in the business for another reason.
It's okay. It's okay. People could keep on thinking that. That's why you motherfuckers ain't got no man.
And that's period. And they happy as leave people alone. Let people be happy. Ruining people's stuff along your journey is not good. Don't sacrifice people. So now you backed your sister in a corner, and your sister is tired of always being the younger sister who has taken your mess. So she admits everything she's ever done. Apologize to Candy because every lie that they told when the group broke up or the bad things they were saying about her, Tasha made them up and made Tamika follow her. And they from that type of family. If you love me, even if I'm doing wrong, you're going to do it. And she was like, I feel so horrible and have for a while now. We made up and stuff, but I just want the world to know those things were not true. I said it because I was backing my sister up 100%. And she was like, even though I knew it was wrong, that didn't eat me up more than it made me happy that my family loved me. So she told Candy, and then Tasha's stupid ass and her husband went and did a whole nother interview, and Tamika got tired, and the next day Tamika posted the thing and said, not my signature, with 2 signs.
Oh, drop the mic. Drop the fucking
boom.
mic.
So then her sister gonna come back with, they got the sex tape that she did and blah, blah, blah. What? You're coming for your sister heart. Yeah, she made, so what? She made one, her business. In her 20s, her business. She's married now with children, and she gave it to her sister because she trusted her sister to hold it for her. That's it. Now you threaten it. Now you can't find it. You let that tape drop. You let that tape drop. And the world gonna turn their back on her. And not only is the world gonna turn it back on her, God is too. That deal is over. How do that match gospel? This your own sister. At this point, you should just be apologizing. I'm wrong for this, because she didn't pursue, because she would have had to file charges. And that's why a lot of Black people don't get held accountable for what they do, because our only recourse is to send somebody that I love to jail. And people say they don't care about stuff, but you care. You care if your family love with you and deal with you. So she didn't do it. But at this point, this is the year of I'm tired of your shit. So keep backing people in corners with your lies so you could go viral, be this person. And people got receipts these days. Y'all better stop playing.
Right.
Drop the mic, Rara. She posted that the next morning, like, I'm tired. Back to what I said that my mom taught me, that I was telling you guys that mom taught me, is that you don't let nobody tell your story. You don't let nobody hold you hostage. So everything they're trying to do with her, she coming with it. Bam, bam, bam. So what point do you just stop?
Right.
Like these R. Kelly people. Same thing. Y'all going and going and going. But at the end of the day, what is it for?
What's it for? Why? It's about the why.
What is it for?
Come on.
Because you did this at 35. That's in People magazine. Not even an urban magazine.
And you see, that just goes to show you how they want to continue to portray our culture. Like, why would they pick up such a bullshit story? People magazine?
All of these that I've read have been People magazine. Right.
For the culture, you know what I'm saying? Y'all want to pick up that? How about you pick up what's her name? Natalia Bryant graduating from college at 22 years old after her father just died. Why don't you put some shit like that in People magazine? Why you gotta put in, oh, a 38-year-old woman is talking about she was held hostage by R. Kelly? Because you want
this late in the game.
Yeah, exactly. You want people in that community to look at our culture, look at all the negative shit about our culture, and continue to paint that picture. Like, that shit is whack.
You want to keep dragging and dragging and dragging. And the thing that upsets me, Ron, I don't like it when, if it's apples to apples, then it makes sense. But when when somebody's story comes out or whatever, and then I don't understand why you're trying to prove a point so much to the world, because the jury is the only ones that's going to judge it, the jury and God. So what is the point of this cancel culture that we have come into? Because it's like, this came out a while ago, like you said, and then once it went on TV, it kind of blew up like if the law was really gonna protect at that time. And it's nothing wrong with it. I think that should happen. But then why did everything else have to loop back around that didn't make sense? Now, the girls that have been trying to tell and nobody listening, yes. If they telling their story and now you could be heard, yes, that's a part of your healing, baby girl. You do it.
Right.
But that, you just jumping in there like, well, I didn't get to finish it with him. You know, I thought I was going to be with him. I thought since he was coming after me at my age that it was going to just be us. And if y'all divorced, like you looking for your alimony, like,
oh God,
like I'm going to get it at any cost, because we saw an article where now they going for his royalties. Y'all really?
She sounds stupid.
He got kids. At some point, I mean, none of this is going to heal you. Y'all still actively looking for every single thing you can get. That means you're not even living your full life, because you literally watching this man's money. Let that go to his kids. Move on with your life. Do what you're supposed to do so you can live the life you want to live. Trying to jump on a bandwagon and ride something out or get something or whatever. That's how you got in this situation to begin with.
Right. Money's not going to heal your wounds. Like, if you have wounds, I don't think money is the answer. Telling your story, and he is in prison, he's not getting out. Nothing's going to take back the fact of the traumatic experience you experienced. But in our justice system, in our country, justice was served. You know what I mean? Because the man is not.
It's up to 55 years right now, and that's just two of the places. So you're right.
Justice was served. He's going to die in prison. So. You know what I mean? If you're trying to capitalize, if your story is like this 38-year-old woman's, you don't have any right to try to go after his money. Like, you really
I don't think
like,
so.
You.
They couldn't do it to me or you if it happened. They wouldn't come for our money.
It's crazy how she really said that she thought that they would be together because she's his age. It's like, okay, you're an R. Kelly fan first. You've seen everything he's done since the Aaliyah days and the sex tape.
Because you're a fan, right? Good point.
You know he likes little girls.
Good point.
What do you? Yep. What made?
Because you're a fan.
Come on, bro. You're a fan, so you.
I didn't even think about that part of it. Like, know for sure, because you're a fan. You're following everything.
You following everything. You know he likes little girls. So what on God's green earth made you think you coming in his life was gonna change his mind and make him be a grown woman? You think your pussy is that good, huh? Like, stop fucking playing with me, man. Like, you sound really dumb. See, I couldn't be a judge because I just like, man, I be getting people out of there. People try to insult my intelligence with bullshit. I'm going to kick you out the courtroom. I don't even want to hear this shit.
I'll be like Judge Judy. And at some point, I don't understand the thing, the money part. I don't understand that, because again, Uncle such and such does this. Some people's fathers do this. Some people's aunties do this. They have houses. They have. Why don't you go after those things?
Money, yeah.
But it's like when it's a celebrity, you immediately want to.
It's money.
You want money. Why do you want money? Not I want healing. Not you took this many. If you was really held hostage, you took this many years of my life. I want you to pay for me to go get an education, or I would have had this by this age. It's some like exorbitant amount of money, and I just don't get it, because you're not taking responsibility. And No, you was 35. So even if things happened that you weren't comfortable doing, you knew that you wasn't going to be comfortable doing everything that that man wanted to do. So you
Right.
still, to me, so at that age, to me, you still signed up for it. And nobody has said they was, like you said, handcuffed, tied down. That may have been a part of the,
The
you know,
sexual part.
yeah,
But
the
you know
thing
what
for
I'm
that
saying?
day. But
Like, come
when
on,
you
that's a
done,
fetish. There wasn't no jail
that's
bars on the window like in LA. Like, what are you
right.
talking about? Like,
Right. He had a black room. Okay.
okay,
Like
right.
on 50 Shades of Grey, they had a red room, right? You can have whatever color room you want, ma'am.
Come
Don't try
on.
to say like, oh, black is, he had a black room. We had to do whatever he wanted to do in there. Most
We.
people in that lifestyle do.
Right.
But you still
Right.
moved in a house knowing that he had that room. I'm sure you've been to that house before you moved in that. I don't know. You are a cluckhead.
Yeah, exactly. She's definitely a cluckhead.
But that first day you went, you knew. Because the first day you was on a tour bus, he pulled a girl out. So you can't make me believe the first day you was in that house, you didn't know what was up in every one of them rooms. Because for 3 years, he done had every hole on your body to
Every single one.
every last one of them. And what you mean at any time? Listen, that falls under penal code. I'm making this up. Penal code. You wanted to be an at-home wife. So when you're an at-home wife, no offense, this is just how I feel. Your husband or your significant other, you know, you might as well just sleep with no panties on because that's why they give you the life of luxury and you get to stay at home. I'm just saying. He
Right.
could be
'Cause
like, girl, you can
in
sleep
that
in the
lifestyle, you know, it's
yeah.
not like they walking around in maid wardrobe cleaning up. Like, you know what I
No.
mean? You ain't got
And
to do
they,
none of that.
you know, you have to, how many times just with us, just with our production company, Poetic Ghost Productions, some nights we'll be thinking of something and we'll drop it in our group text and all the rest of us like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And we like, it's 2 in the morning. I put this because I didn't want to forget. And we all
Right.
like, so anyway, and we do a whole, listen, you was with somebody, they don't have regular hours, they don't have regular desires, and you was okay with that. It's nothing wrong with it, but y'all got to learn how to be accountable for your stuff, own your mistakes, and then here's the best part, Ron. This is what I don't like about people. You be seeing me going in on Facebook, and then I drop the mic and leave. I'm not going back and forth with y'all cluckheads. If Asia does something that Asia wants to do, and I know the rest of the world gonna be like, I never thought Asia would have did that. Guess what? I don't give a fuck. And I mean that in the realest way ever. I
Right.
check with a couple people when I do something. Even before I did this brand, I check with my board of directors on my nonprofit, and I checked with my mom.
Right.
My husband already knew was cool with it.
Right.
That's it. I don't care if the rest of everybody likes it, accepts it, got to get used to it. I get it. That's for me, it's like going from being a kid to everybody seeing you being an adult because I'm very private. I'm very, like, I told y'all I covered my eyes at one of R. Kelly's concerts because I was like, that looks real. That looks real. No, own your shit. If somebody find out you did it, you grown. You did it because you wanted to. You don't have, I would have came out like that was an experience I wanted to try. And can y'all believe I did it? Now some of that shit, damn. But the rest of that shit, god damn, that shit was good. I did this, I did that. Ride it out until it's over. But y'all
Come
feel
on.
crazy because y'all sat there thinking somehow that was going to be your forever, and you walked out at close to 40 with nothing. No job, no career, no nothing. He didn't give you a severance package. He didn't hook you up with somebody to make sure you had a job to do nothing. No, you was released. You could say that. Don't say you escaped. You could say you was released. Because all the other girls, Ron, look, all the other girls, especially the 14-year-old one that I really think that I wonder if that's the age that something happened to him because he used to cry and tell her, please don't leave me. go back and try to get them to like persuade them to come back and things like that. He loves that age group. I believe psychologically that's where he's stuck at, but that's something for a whole nother show.
Definitely.
But those girls, he cried for them. He didn't want them to leave, which is why he took their phones and stuff. So, but y'all, he gave y'all phone, internet, car, bus pass. He wasn't holding on to y'all. You just embarrassed. You just embarrassed.
You didn't get what you wanted to get.
Hey, do you think that they was so one of the younger girls, the one that was used to go out with the girl we talked about last week, she did purposely used to get her in trouble because she was jealous of her, that she could come and go and do all of these things. He treated her like a grown-up. So the girl that was partnered with him was jealous. But do you think that these women, because they went in thinking that he's R. Kelly and he's like this, so I know my man is probably going to cheat, but you didn't think like each corner of the room of the house had a girl in there. Do you think that they got jealous that the younger girls got more attention, if you will? Because he did beg them and do different things to them to make them stay. Do you think that these girls got jealous and that's why they left? Because why did you leave if you've been like enjoying it all this time?
Right. Exactly.
You think they got jealous?
Yeah, I think so. They definitely did. It ain't no question they did. Come on now. When you go there, yeah, definitely. They got jealous. They definitely got jealous.
I'm telling y'all, the book of Revelations is real. Things are so stuff is so backwards. When I'm trying to, I can't even think of nothing different. Like everything is backwards. Husband against wife, kids against parent. What's right is wrong and what's wrong is right. How are and this why I don't believe in that menage a Twinket stuff. And I don't believe in that you know, that Polly Pockets. I don't believe in none of that stuff. You know, all of that stuff is fake because at some point you don't want to share your mate. You don't. That's not what you want.
Right.
I don't want to hear a bitch moan with my you know the psychological damage behind that. That is real No. Even for those people that's like, oh, but it turned me on. Let's just keep it 100. People propose in the middle of sex. They say they love you in the middle of sex, and they don't mean none of that. For whatever reason, good sex makes you say stuff that's not even true. I'll write you a check for $1 million. You don't even have $1 million. What made you say that? No. You loved all of it while it was happening because it felt good. Immediately after, you like, what? What did I just say? Did I just call the girl to come in here? I didn't mean that. I don't like that. You start playing it back. You got nope. Run. You already know. You already know. People get to confessing and all kind of shit during good sex.
Oh yeah, definitely. People be confessing, be saying other shit. Yeah.
Proposing.
I want you to have my baby. I
want you to have my baby. Immediately after, you got that Plan B pill.
You got that Plan B, like
right on deck. On deck. Like, wait, I thought you just said you love me, girl. If you don't take this pill, I'm not playing with you. Like,
but you just said you wanted me to have your baby.
Girl, your nana got that whip appeal. That's why it's best not to talk. Don't talk during sex. Don't talk.
Come on now. These niggas be goofy. They be so
Goofy as
goofy.
hell. Goofy as hell.
So goofy.
Like I said, all that is you looked at your this one don't say if she was a mother or not yet, but this one you looked at your biological clock. You looked at the fact that during all of these years, you still have not gained possession to anything. You haven't met nobody in the industry that, if whatever field you're in, even if you're entertainment, let's just keep it 100. That's an industry and an enterprise, a LLC. That is a building, is what I'm trying to say. So even if you were a lawyer, you could be one of their lawyers. Even if you were an architect, you could be one of anything that you do would have fit into something that these people that you have been around would do. Oh, that's what they need to come up with. Sorry, y'all. I have these ideas. That's that creative mind. It usually starts about 9 o'clock. They don't think we had the best ideas. So if y'all take this idea, all I'm saying is I want between 7 and 10%. Okay, we'll talk about it depending on how much eggs and gas is at that time. I'm leaning more towards 15. But what they should have came out with, especially if they're not in entertainment and going to compromise their career, they should have came out with a tell-all like Superhead did and give the people that actually knew they was in there, other people that might have participated, things like that would have been the drop. We already know he do it. What you see why he was in there?
Right.
Cool. That's what they should have did.
Don't be thinking, man. People don't be thinking about the bag like that. They think they are, but they're not. They're trying to take some shortcuts that ain't even
moving too fast.
Your shortcut is a
moving
failed plan.
Too fast.
Your shortcut is a failed plan. That's all it is. It's a failed plan.
Listen.
Like, map it out, think about it, and you could definitely capitalize and one off the shit. If that's
Make
your
sure
goal.
when you drop your bomb that you're dropping it for a reason. Because I keep telling y'all, I got a whole gun locked and loaded.
Exactly.
So all of the people that think that, let people think what they want. I'm telling you, they don't think what they want. And then when you drop your thing, you just drop the mic and then walk away and jump on a plane and go to the Bahamas or go to the bank and cash a check, or, make sure you can always pay the rent and the roof over your head. You'll be okay always. But you got to be patient. Everything ain't about proving something to somebody. Everything is a time and a place for everything. In this space, I'll end with, in this space, number one, as a grown person, if you do something, just own it. Don't let somebody hold something over your head. Don't try to change the narrative and push somebody else under a bus because you're trying to lift yourself from up under the bus. Own your stuff and ride in your car. Own your stuff. You don't have to be nowhere near a bus. You have your own lane, your own car. You own it. If you don't think some of the things that you did was okay, well, join the rest of the human population. We don't think that everything we do is okay. And some things you didn't just think out. Some things you knew the fire was hot. You still wanted to touch it and see how it was. That's okay. But what makes people start to break you down is when you start to bullshit people and they looking at you like, why are you lying? Cap. They don't want to pay attention to nothing else because you didn't at least own what you did. The people that want to hear it, they tired of it. The people that is looking for a bigger story, it's not big enough because your cap usually don't even have the right stuff in it. I'm just saying, if you're going to do something and blow your spot up to go viral, I see plenty of people start to tell their stories and whatever so they can go to viral. And again, they have nothing behind it. If you're going to do it, do it for a reason. Get your check, get your paper. Don't sell your soul for free. And don't tell your story for free either. Your story was yours. You don't owe that shit to nobody. That's your private business. It's not a secret.
Exactly.
And even if it is, plenty of people got secrets, right, brother?
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't have to tell all your business.
You really don't, especially if it's for nothing. Like, justice was already served. The nigga is not getting out of prison. So you think your story gonna push him to getting a death penalty? Like, what more do you want as far as justice? Now you're just being dumb.
Yeah,
Come on.
because you didn't even put it in a book. You didn't even start your own YouTube channel and start to do it. No, you letting them put it on YouTube. So you steady letting people do other things. You could have been the one person that ran concurrent with that R. Kelly released stuff and had your own channel with your own stories that was better than their stories. You could have, listen, we got access to too much stuff these days where you can go out and do it yourself and nobody can take it from you.
Right.
You wouldn't have got my paper. You wouldn't have been writing me a check. I'd have been getting my own check.
Right.
It makes no sense. So
a bigger piece of the pie. You would have got a bigger piece of the pie, girl.
I want all of it. How about that? It's mine.
Yep.
If I'm sharing my story, how you gonna give me a piece of my story? Oh, well, thank you for telling my story. Yes, massive.
Right. Here's a little crumbs. There you go. Go spend that in the strip club.
You can do it yourself. And they gonna spend it the way they want it. It's too many ways for you to tell your own story, your own way, in your own words. You can even, and I'll say this for anybody, because nobody should, first of all, hold you hostage, and it's actually illegal to blackmail people. But how does that even make you feel good as a person? That's not okay. Putting stories in a way, again, that makes you come from under that bus that's running over another person, that's your character too. So it's like covering a sin with a sin, but whatever. Because you have to deal with that. I don't have no judgment. I got my own shit. But it doesn't make you feel good. And it keeps you as a hostage to the situation longer, which is not cool. You didn't really get the feeling that you needed aside from money. You didn't get the feeling that you needed. You didn't get therapy. You didn't get anything, because since 2013, y'all been talking about this stuff over and over. And it's not even the younger ones. It's the older ones. So do your shit and own your shit. Stop putting it on other people. Don't take nobody down with you. If you want to tell your story, tell your story. Don't put other people in it that was alongside of you that may not be ready to tell their story yet. But go ahead and point ours and let us know some of them. We want to know who was there. We want to know who's in that house. Stuff like that. We probably want to know that. Get on.
Exactly.
We want to know. We're nosy. Since you let us in.
Right.
Interesting. So, what's your final words, brother?
Well, like we said all night, be intentional and be smart about what you do. You know what I'm saying? You could take a lot of lessons from this and apply it to normal life or to positive things. Don't go in nowhere blind and being stupid. Like, you really, really, really got to think about stuff before you do it. So, and people, stop capping, stop lying on people, man, because you're destroying people's lives. And, if you messing it up for the ones that really are victims, like, stop over there lying and stop exaggerating and stop stretching the truth and stop trying to destroy someone's life. That shit is no good, and you definitely gonna be in trouble with God doing that type of shit. So I'll just tell everybody to keep it a band. You know what I'm saying? Stop lying on people and live your life. And also follow Poetic Ghost Productions. These big man season coming through. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stay with us and check that out pretty soon. Also Higher Learning Productions and Politic and Broadcasting. We got a table read for our TV series and April 16th. And you know what I'm saying, we'll be definitely getting the production for that. So keep on watching, y'all. We got some shit coming for everybody, and everybody stay blessed.
I like all of that. I was like, dang, we busy. We out there.
Yes, absolutely.
We have another event coming in June also, and it's about to go down.
Damn.
Because it's also my unbirthday. And so we have decided to do it that weekend. So we'll be in Vegas. We'll be taking down all of Vegas. So if you see a mattress on top of Caesar's Palace, just know that it was a hangover. It was a hangover type of weekend. I'm just saying. I'm inviting all my people. But we are doing so many things. And if you see any of our casting calls or things like that, make sure that you come out and enjoy it. If you are trying to get a foot into the entertainment space, these are definitely spaces that you want to be in, because these spaces already have the right networks, people, and things like that in place to pick these things up. And so why not try your luck? You might be the next superstar. So that
Hey.
I'm just saying that is it for us tonight. Please make sure to subscribe and also subscribe to, like I said, Politicking and then Poetic Ghost Production on YouTube as well. We're going to start doing some uploads there. So that is it for us tonight. We didn't roll out the red carpet, so we don't need to roll it back. But I will tell you to, since you're leaving my home, lock your door on the way out and make sure that you get home safely, i.e., from your couch to your bed or turn over. I don't know. So enjoy your night and we will see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow with 007. She will be joining us at 7. So that is it. And you guys have a good night. This is the blow for me. I cannot.
He said.